Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is The Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you with your financial journey. So today's video is all about my June budget setup. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So as always, my first page in my budget planner is my bills calendar overview. This budget planner is available to download on my site. I will leave a link below to it if you want to download it. I do recommend having some kind of system to track your budget, whether it's pen and paper like I do, a spreadsheet, an app, whatever works for you. I like pen and paper because I like the kind of the manual writing out of things, but there you go. So the first thing I do is I put my monthly bills onto this. Now if you're not new here and you've seen my budget videos before, my budget setup ones, you'll know that I like to use stickers for the bills that I have. These are from a company called, Happy Cutie Studio. I really like these, so these are the ones I use, and I've got a couple of new ones this time for my phone bill and the Wi-Fi, which is actually the internet and the TV, but it just says Wi-Fi. So the first things first is our mortgage goes out on the 1st of the month. Is anyone else happy that the 1st of the month is a Monday? I can't tell you how happy that makes me. It feels like it's going to be much more organised. So our mortgage goes out on the 1st of the month, as does our council tax. So these are just shown by these little house stickers. The second one does say council tax on there. The next one that goes out is our water bill, and that goes out on the 8th of the month, so it goes out a week after. The next thing that goes out is, so the new one, so I've got a new little sticker, it says Wi-Fi bill on it. That goes out on the 11th, so that we pay our broadband and our TV in the same payment. At the moment we have Virgin Media, so that goes there on the 11th. Then the next one is my phone bill, and again I got a new one. It's a little cute thing. It says, it's a little mobile phone that says pay bill in it. I thought they were really cute, and that is on the 13th of the month. So I pop that there. Ooh. The next thing that goes out then is our gas and electric. They're on the same day, and that is the 22nd of the month. I like how they're on Mondays as well. So that goes there, and then my payday is the 25th of the month. And then I can see that goes there. So that's my bills overview. As you can see, actually our direct debits at the moment are kind of more spaced out. They used to be all on like a couple of days, but now they're slightly more spaced out, but that's okay, it works for us. I like the bills calendar because I can see and I can plan for when our bills are going to go out. Obviously the two biggest ones for us go out on the first month, so they're dealt with as soon as the month starts. So the next page is my monthly budget. So as per usual, we're going to talk about the variable expenses, the things that kind of interchange ours. We are continuing our no spend year. I'll leave a link below to that video if you've not seen it. I leave a link below to that in most videos. So the first variable expense for us is food. We are a family of 4, and a couple of months ago I increased our food budget to £300 because we were just going over it every month. Ever since we've kind of been at home from in lockdown, our food bill has gone through the roof. So I'm going to keep this at £300, which normally would seem like quite a lot, but at the moment it isn't. We're really struggling to buy the cheaper things, and that obviously is going to be reflected in our overall grocery spend. So the next one is petrol. So we have one car in our family, and normally it would be around about £120 a month we'd spend on petrol, but at the moment we're just not. And I don't know, it might have changed back by the end of June to me going back into work. I don't know yet, but we'll see. So I'm going to put the petrol budget at £80 and we'll leave it like that for now. The next one is miscellaneous, so that's household things, the cats, we've got 2 cats. Anything else that doesn't fit, that just stays at £100 a month. And then we've got 2 children and they have their own budget, and that is also £100 a month. So they are our 4 variable expenses. So you'll notice we don't have an eating out section and we don't have a clothes section. That's because we're doing the no spend year, and we'll see how that goes. So they're our planned budget. So £300 for food, £80 for petrol, £100 for miscellaneous and £100 for our 2 children. So the next page in the budget planner is a debt repayment page. Thankfully I don't need to use this, but it's really good to track your debts and your extra payment and your progress on there, so that's in there if you want to use that. Sinking funds, I am secretly hoping to get back into these in June. If things are starting to shift back to normal, or whatever our new normal might be, I'm hoping to start thinking about putting money into these again, and hopefully at some point maybe even using my cash envelopes. I don't know about that. There are still lots of shop standards who are not accepting cash, so we'll have to see. But hopefully for the sinking funds, I'll leave a link below to the sinking funds video that I have if you don't know what that is, or if you're unsure as how to set those up. That video shows you. The next page, so my no spend day tracker for June is probably going to stay. My target is 20. Now obviously there's 1 day less in June, there's 30 days in June, but I'm hoping that I'll aim for 20 and hope to get that. It does depend on whether things start to change as well, so we'll just have to see. Lots of this is kind of just a waiting game, in the sense that nobody still really knows what's going on, do we? So we'll see how that goes, but 20 no spend days would be good to achieve in June. Oh, 20. Then the next ones are expense trackers. Now obviously they're not going to be filled in yet. There's 3 of those in there. Then the weekly check-in. It's always good to keep on track on a week to see what your expenses are and to see where you are maybe overspending or whether you've got a bit more room in the budget. That's always good to check on a weekly basis. So the bills tracker, because I use this at the front, because I use the calendar, I don't actually use this bill tracker page, but if you've got lots of bills and you want to use a calendar for something different, this can be handy to check, kind of write them down and check them as they go out. Extra income, so this kind of links to the sinking funds for this. If I decide that it's okay maybe to try and sell some things on eBay or Facebook, I will track it on this, and then that will then go into my sinking funds. That's how they kind of interlink, so any extra income I get goes into kind of saving for future things such as Christmas, but we'll see how that goes. Turning over, so my savings aim for June, it's the same as always. So my monthly savings goal is £700, so each square is worth 7 because there's 100 squares on there. Again, because I use the pay yourself first method, that doesn't actually go in until I get paid, but that should be fine this month. You know, touch wood, nothing going wrong there. Then the last page in the budget planner is just the reflection page, and obviously that's not filled in till the last day of the month. And then if I turn over again, I've got my meal planner in here. This is also available to download on my site. You can print it as many times as you like. I use this to track our overall monthly eating menu, like food menu, and then also weekly. So this will be, oh, so I'll write June there. June. So this is to be filled in kind of as a monthly overview is what you're eating. I find that if I'm not careful, we eat the same things all the time. So this is helpful in terms of trying to see what you are eating over a month to make sure it just gets a bit more variety. I quite like that. Then this is the weekly meal plan in there. So breakfast, lunch and tea. You might call them different things. Someone sent me a message that says I don't call it lunch and tea. And I was like, you can cross those out if you want to. But this is the weekly meal plan. That's not done yet because I've not done our food shop for the start of June, but that'll be done over the weekend. Then there's the shopping list that I'll write on and it takes. I still need to do a new fridge and freezer inventory just to check. Our freezer, I know, is getting really low on most things, so that'll be fairly empty. Cupboard's looking quite good. Like I said, I need to do a new inventory. It's a new month, so I like to do a new one at the start of the month. I've not got any new recipe yet. I'd like to try a couple of new recipes this month, and then that's it for the meal planner. But the budget planner and meal planner are combined to help me get our budget better. That's the aim. So that's my budget setup for June 2020. Seems strange that we're already into June, and yet this year has been just so odd. But there we go. Hoping for another good month, hoping for some good savings and lots of no spend days, but we'll see just how it goes in terms of transitioning to whatever that might be. How are you finding it? Have you done your budget for June? Are you finding that you're spending more in some areas and maybe saving in others? Because we definitely are. And let me know how you're getting on. Thanks for watching as always. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.